They thought the golden retriever had finally done something unforgivable. He had done something they would spend years trying to deserve. Hector was 5 years old, 62 pounds, a dog who had never put his mouth on anything that belonged to the baby. 7 months of Mia in the house, and he had operated with the kind of precision that surprised even the people who loved him. He slept near her bassinet. He got up when she cried. He did not take her toys or her pacifiers or the small cotton cloths she came home from the hospital in. He seemed to understand the category of things that were hers, and to treat that category as untouchable, which is why Tuesday morning made no sense. Paula Dietrich came into the nursery at 6:47 a.m. to find Hector with Mia's sleep sack in his mouth, the one Mia had just been sleeping in, warm from her body, the one Paula had set down on the changing table 8 minutes earlier, dragging it across the carpet toward the door. Paula said his name in a tone that had never once required a second word. He stopped. He looked at her. He did not drop the sleep sack. She said it again. He pulled. Paula grabbed the other end. Hector held his position. For 2 full seconds, a woman and a dog conducted a tug-of-war over a baby sleep sack in a room where the baby was sleeping, until Paula got control, took the sleep sack, put it on the high shelf, and pointed Hector out of the room. She told her husband, Raphael, over breakfast. He said, "I'll talk to a trainer." She agreed. They cleaned up. They moved on. Mia ate and slept and was fine. At 8:30 a.m., Hector was at the nursery door again. Mia was back down for her morning nap. Paula opened the door to check and found Hector already inside, standing beside the crib, nose low, pressing toward the mattress surface. He looked up at Paula. He looked back at the mattress. He inhaled again, long, deliberate. Paula picked Mia up and moved her to the living room. She went back to look at the crib. If you stay for stories about what animals sense before we do, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. She didn't know what she was looking for. She pulled back the fitted sheet. She pressed her hand against the mattress pad. Dry. She pulled the mattress pad back from the corner. There was a brown stain at the edge of the foam core. Old, faded, organic. The mattress was second-hand, a gift from a cousin. Paula had cleaned it when they got it and hadn't thought about it since. She pulled the mattress out of the crib and stood it against the wall. The underside had a larger discoloration, the kind that comes from moisture sitting inside foam. She cut into the corner of the foam with a box cutter. The mold colony was not visible from any outside surface. It was inside the foam core, black, dense, spread across an area roughly the size of a dinner plate. It had been growing in a sealed environment at body temperature beneath a sleeping infant for approximately 4 months. Mia's pediatrician, Dr. Camille Roux, was on the phone within 20 minutes. She said, "Certain mold strains produce mycotoxins that accumulate in infant respiratory tissue over prolonged exposure. Symptoms are often subtle and attributed to other causes until exposure threshold is crossed. You did the right thing removing her immediately." Then she said, "How did you notice?" Paula looked at Hector sitting in the doorway of the nursery. He looked back at her. She said, "The dog. Has your dog ever done something that made no sense until it was the only thing that made sense? Tell us in the comments. These stories deserve to be heard." The mattress was removed. A medical-grade replacement was ordered and arrived that afternoon. Mia's symptoms, the mild congestion and occasional unexplained fussiness Paula had been attributing to teething, cleared within a week. Dogs can detect mold spore compounds at concentrations below any air quality instrument available for home use. Hector had been detecting mycotoxins in Mia's sleep environment for weeks. His behavior had escalated because the concentration was building. The sleep sack he dragged across the room had been lying against the mattress all night. He brought it to Paula the only way he could. Raphael sat down on the nursery floor that evening and called Hector over. Hector put his head in Raphael's lap, and Raphael sat with both hands in the dog's fur for a long time without saying anything. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never asked for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. The sleep sack is still on the high shelf. Paula has never washed it. She is not entirely sure why. Hector sleeps beside Mia's new crib. He has not moved anything since.